Hi, it's Red-Headed Riding Hood here, Red for short. I am going to read you a poem I kind of wrote by accident. Sometimes my poems, I have before woke up with a line from one of my poems in my head, which when I heard about it sounded similar to Paul McCartney, how he would wake up with songs in his head, and it's in the song "Let It Be." I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. So I got this book. It's called Create Your Own Calm, a journal for quieting anxiety by Miralee Patel. Miralee Patel. And I got it at Below 5, that little store where mostly everything is $5 or a little bit more or a little bit less or something like that. And I really liked it. I got it in 2004, right before a very stressful trip to Philadelphia, the last trip to see my daughter and my granddaughters. So that was anxious. But it has these little prompts. It has these beautiful pictures and then sayings that are from books. This page says, I had the epiphany that laughter was light and that light was laughter, and that this was the secret of the universe. And that's from Donna Tartt, the book The Goldfinch. And so there's these little prompts. And this one reminded me of a Martha Beck idea too. And I don't know, it's not in Beyond Anxiety, but this whole book would be a great companion to Beyond Anxieties, the book I always talk about by Martha Beck that helped me with my anxiety before, when I was in Denver and scared to come here on my own. And what I think is kind of a God thing, I probably should tell my son this because he's kind of, I don't know, maybe I'll tell him sometime. But I think it was a God thing that he followed me here because I got myself up the courage to come by myself, which was what I was having the problem with and the anxiety about. And then it ended up, he came down here right after I did. And I wouldn't have taken out of my 401k early and bought this tiny house if he weren't here. Probably I would have waited, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did buy this house. So the question on this page that I answered was, close your eyes and imagine your most beautiful life. Write down, what does it look like? Draw or describe it here. And I put that this is like Martha Beck's perfect day exercise. If you Google Martha Beck on YouTube, you'll find like she was on Mel Robbins, she was on Diary of a CEO, she was on the Huberman Lab talking about her book, and she talks about this perfect day exercise. And it's sort of a visualization thing. And it ended up with me writing a poem, and most of these things are things that already happened, which is cool since my divorce. And since I left Georgia too. Yeah, since my divorce and since I left Georgia. And so it it turned into a poem for me, and it wasn't just about the future. One thing is about the future, I'll tell you I'll tell you at the end. But and I always have a song in my head or on my mind, and yeah, I might vlog about that tomorrow night. Uh, so um, so if you're like my age, you might remember this song. There was a song, "Those were the days, my friend." And that's what I started this poem with. And I talk about these um, moments in a beautiful life, and a lot of them already happened. So, those were the days, my friend. Walking to the beach in Klamath, and that's where I was in my RV, 2021. Exploring Europe alone. Riding the train to Florence with Valentina in Italy. That was 2023. Meditating in my yard next to my fountain. Watching the birds. Sitting on my bed in my tiny house, writing a poem, a memoir, a blog post, a novel. Busking poetry in a touristy spot in San Diego. In Denver, watching the snow fall and watching my heart heal. Walking on the beach with my son in San Diego. And that's the poem. And all of the writing hasn't happened. And the busking, I tried busking poetry once. I didn't try it for long enough, and I didn't stay. But I have a funny story about that, which I will tell you too. Stay tuned. Stay right here. This is Red's story of her life YouTube channel. Rebooting of my YouTube channel. So, you know what I always say? Don't say that no one cares for you, because I do, and God does too. Don't forget to pray for Red, because Red is praying for you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.